Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital felt a little more subdued this week, in contrast to the intensity of the previous 2 weeks, which focused mostly on Christina and the baby. However, by Friday's episode, it was a very different story, as the week finished with 3 major cliffhangers. Not only that, but I am wondering how they will bring in the major returnees to the ABC soap. Let's begin this week's column with what I consider to be the best and happiest portion of the week, the conclusion of Mac and Cody's father/son tale. Having James flee only to be rescued by Cody was the ideal way for Mac to understand he was being an ass and let go of his resentment. It also made him realize that Cody was not the same person he was a year ago, or even when he first arrived in town. I can't wait for any pleasant Scorpio Jones-Bell moments to happen. Felicia's speech, in which she chastised Mac for punishing Cody solely because James loves him, was excellent, as was her reminder of his prior misdeeds and the numerous second chances he has earned over the years. I particularly liked Maxie's comment that James was in trouble, but not as much as his grandfather. Why did Maxie let Mac make the decisions for her son? He is not the parent. On another point, the show has improved Maxie's writing as well as her appearance. She's recently had some extremely smart and caustic quips, particularly during chats with Nina regarding her sex with Drew. Maxie has been having a lot more fun lately than she has in previous years. After realizing Cody was Mac's kid, James recognized Cody was his uncle and mother's brother. It was another heartfelt moment. James was the first to officially welcome Cody into the family, which felt natural. Tracy is another character who has been developing beautifully recently. Tracy's tea party with Violet and Cody's backgammon game were delightful, despite being complete fluff moments. Tracy's Grinch heart is melting, and she appears to be transforming Cody into her new Finn. Do I dare say she's embracing a little of the Lila within her? Finally, please reserve a room for Sasha and Cody. And not at the Metro Court, as you might be interrupted. Go out of town to a mountain cabin or whatever. Go somewhere where you won't be interrupted by youngsters or young adults on the Quartermain grounds so you can finally clinch the deal between you two. Unfortunately, based on Friday's teaser for next week, Tracy and Violet appear to be the latest couples to fail their 3rd attempt at intimacy. When images emerged that appeared to show Ava putting her hands on Christina, which she initially denied, things looked bleak for her. As I said in last week's piece, the audience understands that Ava did not push Christina and instead stumbled on Kate's bag. I worried if Christina would remember, but she hasn't yet. That, or she is so blinded by rage that she expects Ava to pay whatever. Eagle-eyed viewers noticed what appeared to be a disparity in the photographs. Ava grabbed Christina's arm during the altercation, but the photos show her hand on her shoulder. Kate's proposed to Ava that a different tale could be told if the photographs were seen differently. He told Ava that Christina was the aggressor, that she had come to see her to protect her father and then murdered her. It appears that he is not alone in thinking this way. Molly zoned out when Christina showed her images of her and Ava and began rambling on about all that had happened and then said. Many viewers believed she was beginning to understand that Christina was the aggressor, not the other way around. Indeed, by the end of Friday's episode, Molly was crying about Christina's role in everything, and TJ confronted Ava, who made him wonder if Christina was to blame for the fall. Last week, I wondered how the reappearance of Molly's father, Rick Lansing, would affect this. I'm beginning to fear Rick may return to assist Molly and TJ in suing Christina for their child's untimely death. Kate's detained Christina in an attempt to protect Ava from Sonny when his plan to use the pharmacist to reach the gangster failed. It appears that the story he crafted about Christina attempting to murder Ava will serve as the basis for her arrest. It's time for John Don't Call Me Jagger Kate's to leave. Jason briefly remarked that his vendetta had taken over and that the FBI would soon discover that he had gone rogue. That cannot happen fast enough. Frankly, I'm unhappy that Kate's and Scott's strategy to bring Sonny to Spoon Island failed. First, it may have reignited the "who bought Spoon Island" debate, and second, Kate's could have been thrown off the parapet and gone missing in the waters underneath. During one of the week's most shocking moments, viewers were left wondering, what the Blaze and Christina were done. Blaze went on tour with Miguel Morez, and Sunny arranged for Natalia to work at Deception, of all places. You know, the company where everyone despises her because of her homophobic tirade, which generated a public relations nightmare. At least we got to watch Blaze fire her mother before she left, but this wasn't intended to happen. Blaze was intended to stay, while Natalia would be kicked out. What the hell? Why? Just why? Tracy is the only one who opposes Natalia's hiring as CFO and accepting Sunny's money, at least until Maxie discovers what is happening. Tracy warned that accepting Sunny's offer could result in them all being dragged away in handcuffs. If we're lucky, Natalia will be the only one hauled away in shackles. The sooner, the better. Seriously, someone at General Hospital has to correct this error. Pronto. Last week, I predicted Brennan would show up and be moved to Port Charles, and that is exactly what happened. He also confirmed, but did not confirm, to Anna that he had made the FBI's evidence against Carly disappear. I enjoy Carly and Brennan together. They have great chemistry on screen, and who knows, maybe he might help her get Kate sent far, far away. Brennan also appears to be a man who will not tolerate Carly's antics, and she will be unable to outsmart or outmaneuver him. Laura, Anna, and Brennan discussed the missing Valentine on Friday's episode, laying the groundwork for not one but two major returns. Actually, three if you consider it. Laura asked Anna and Brennan to find Valentine for her, but they both offered excuses for why they couldn't help. However, the episode concludes with Laura receiving an ominous call regarding Lulu. Could she be awakening? We already know Lulu is being recast, which could explain why Valentine reappears with Charlotte in tow. It could also be the catalyst for her brother Lucky to return to the canvas. Valentine has one major reason not to return. Jason tracked down pharmacist Clements, who revealed that Ava only found out about the medications after he had already tampered with them on Valentine's orders. We now have two stories that potentially relate to Valentine's return to Port Charles. I kept the worst until last. First, I hoped Nina's business dinner with Drew would be about assisting him with his campaign to expedite his election and relocate to Washington, D.C., so separating him from Willow. But no. Nina intended to entice Drew into forgetting about Willow. She's back to her awful ideas. Willow and Drew's sudden connection, hero worship, infatuation, or whatever you want to call it, came out of nowhere, which is why it doesn't work for me. Actually, it didn't just happen, it was most likely the result of someone deciding they all needed more drama. However, now that Nina and Willow are getting along well, and Michael is behaving civilly and kindly toward Nina, the show decided to rock the boat. When everything is finished, it will be a heated mess, which I am not looking forward to seeing. Nina and Drew will very certainly be despised, and I have a feeling that it will all be Nina's fault. Isn't it always Nina's fault? Willow is likely to be enraged by Nina and Drew's deception, whereas Michael is typically upset about something. How will the truth come out? While hiding in the boathouse, Tiny James overheard Willow telling Nina about the kiss and her affections for Drew. Poor James sat there listening, wondering, are these two ever going to shut up so I can get out of here? It will be interesting to see how and to whom he will reveal this. Hopefully he informs Wiley. It would be fascinating to watch Willow try to persuade Wiley to keep this secret from Daddy. What conclusion does that leave us with? Jason may be as likely to embark on a new romance as he is to abandon his signature black t-shirts. We don't understand it either. General Hospital has an asset in Burton. It must have known, otherwise why would the show have invited him back? So, why not use that asset for more than just a talk-to with other characters? Today on General Hospital, Mac is affected when he sees Cody save James, Laura receives a call about Lulu, and Jason speaks with the pharmacist, who admits all about Sunny's medications. Mac arrives at the boathouse just as Cody is pulling James out of the water. Mac asks James whether he's okay. James exclaims, "Cody saved me." Mac says he can see it. Sasha, Maxie, and Felicia arrive. Maxie hugs her son and tells him he cannot keep going away. She urges her mother to text Spinelli and let him know James is safe. James argues that if he could continue taking lessons with Cody, he would not have run away. Maxie says he can attend classes but is grounded for 2 weeks. James questions why she changed her mind. Maxie admits she made a mistake by banning him from meeting Cody. Mac interrupts and explains, "It wasn't your mother's mistake, it was mine." Mac tells James that he was upset and enraged, so he acted out on Cody. However, this only harmed James in the end. James asks his grandfather why he was upset with Cody. Mac informs James that Cody is his son. James inquires, "Does that make Cody my uncle?" James looks over at Cody, who replies that it does. James thinks it's cool. He asks his mother if it means Cody is her brother, and she confirms. James questions Mac as to why he is upset. Mac reveals that he only recently discovered that Cody is his son, but it reminded him that family always forgives and loves one another even when they are angry with each other. James hugs Cody and welcomes him into the family. Maxie hugs Mac and tells him how proud she is of him. Maxie thanks Cody before leaving with the boy to get James into dry clothing. Mac informs Cody that his gratitude for him knows no bounds. Cody quips that he sounds like Spinelli, the son he never had. Mac says he has a son, but Cody says he has a father. They embrace. Cody and Sasha return to the stable. She asks if he's okay. Cody can't stop worrying about what would happen if he didn't get to the boathouse on time. Sasha claims she arrived, he saved James, and something great came out of it. He says, "I've got a father." She says, "You've got a whole family." She inquires how it feels. He acknowledges that he has never felt anything like that before. Sasha and Cody kiss passionately. Felicia returns to the boathouse docks and asks Mac if he is pleased. He is and says she was correct. She laughs, she's always correct. They kiss. Anna arrives at Laura's workplace, as per her invitation. Laura informs that they have a meeting with the incoming WSB station chief. Laura is aware she recently arrested him. Anna says that Brennan has been acquitted and is now a fully accredited agent, and they will most likely receive no further explanation from the WSB. Brennan comes, and Laura explains that she set up this meeting because they all share common interests. Laura gets right to the point, believing that Anna and Brennan's shared background and skill sets present a one-of-a-kind opportunity. She wants them to find Valentine Cassadine. Anna claims the FBI is looking for him, which is beyond her reach. Brennan observes that the WSB strives not to meddle with FBI investigations. Laura is concerned since Valentine has a granddaughter. Anna tells Charlotte that Valentine would never endanger her. Laura receives a call, which interrupts their conversation. Something came up, so she excuses herself for a moment. Once alone, Anna accuses Brennan of concealing Valentine. He claims she has no proof and could always confess to Laura that she helped Valentine flee. Laura returns, wondering what she has missed. Brennan says they were discussing jurisdictions. He says he needs to depart. However, he would like to meet Laura and hear some of her stories, as her reputation precedes her. Brennan exits, and Laura notices Brennan's appeal, which disturbs her. She wonders if Brennan knows where Valentine is. Laura is caught off guard when she receives a call. She says she'll get there right immediately. Anna inquires if everything is fine. Laura confirms it's Lulu. Alexis assists Christina in getting dressed before she is released from the hospital. Christina is aware that she is in a bad mood, and rather than being relieved to be leaving, she has recognized that going out the door means her life begins anew, but without her kid. Alexis gives Christina a key to her home to give to Blaze so she can visit. Christina expresses gratitude to her mother, but feels it is unnecessary. Christina explains that Allison went on tour, which she urged her to do because she is not in a good place and cannot be anything to anyone. Alexis considers herself to be someone significant. Dr. Navarro arrives with the findings of Christina's discharge exam. So far, her uterus and ovaries appear to be in good condition, and she expects to recover completely. She sees no reason why she cannot have children in the future. Dr. Navarro departs, and Christina wonders what full recovery entails. Alexis believes it implies her body will heal. Christina inquires, "What about the rest of me?" Alexis admits that it will take time, but her heart will improve too. Curtis and Stella talk in a meeting room. He thanks Stella for guiding them through the legalities for a baby's funeral. Stella wishes to help TJ and Molly in any way she can. Stella has handled the majority of it. The only thing left to do is finish the birth certificate. TJ arrives only to discover that Molly has not yet arrived. He says Molly can catch up, so they should get started. Stella explains that they need a name for the birth certificate, but TJ admits they've never decided on one. TJ and Molly love each other, but it isn't always enough for a relationship to overcome the obstacles they face. The loss of Molly and TJ's baby child could be enough to end their once happy domestic partnership. Of course, this might lead to new romantic partnerships for TJ and Molly. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.